Hello, my beautiful Pisces. Today we're going to explore the tarot cards that reflect our journey. My name is Natalie and welcome to the channel. Please hit the like, subscribe, and follow. Today we're going to reflect on the journey, highlighting the wisdom and the lessons that each of these cards holds for us. And from trusting our new beginnings to finding fulfillment, I just talked about the Fool's journey. We'll explore how each one speaks to us and why they matter in our journey. We're just gonna dive in. I have them all here. We're gonna start with the Fool because I talked a little bit about my Fool's journey, and we should always be in the Fool's journey. We should always be connecting with our inner child. And so when you begin with the Fool, and this is from, I think this deck is from Maruka X. I love this deck. It's a card of pure potential, fresh starts for Pisces. The Fool, it's an invitation to take the first leap into the unknown with trust and an open heart. This is the beginning of our journey, Pisces, where we embrace faith over fear, knowing that each step can lead us, right, to closer to our dreams. Because so often, like when we're younger, we forget, we grow up and we forget our dreams. And while this card encourages us to take the leap, it's the Hierophant that reminds us to seek wisdom and balance as we do, right? So the Hierophant balances us out. Where's the Hierophant? I'm gonna give me 1 second here. I think I have them all pulled. See, the Hierophant balances that energy out because it's our spiritual guidance. Although the Hierophant is not a Pisces card, but we need some of these other energies to balance us out. And the wisdom that comes, it's like the wisdom that comes before us. And for Pisces, the Hierophant is a reminder to ground ourselves as we explore the mystical and intuitive world, right? Like as we take that leap into our journey, we're naturally drawn as Pisces to our spirituality. The Hierophant encourages us to connect with practices, mentors, and also teachings that bring structure to our journey, right? Because it's great to take a blind leap of faith, but it's good to ground yourself, right? So that you can land soundly after you take that leap. It's about balancing our open heart with steady guidance of tradition. So it's like you're leaping forward, but you're popping back a little bit and saying, what are the lessons that I've learned? What are the traditions that came before me that I'm going to take with me on this journey to help guide me through? It guides you to wisdom and deeper understanding. You seek mentors, like I said, explore spiritual practices and ground yourself in teachings that bring you closer to your truth, right? So this is like your awakening, right? So right now, as we go into the new month, a lot of us are having different kinds of awakenings, and maybe we're just starting that journey, or we've been on that journey and we're restarting, because sometimes you restart the journey, but you use as you master and you have this Hierophant type energy with you. That means that you have your spirit guides guiding you, because the Fool's journey it's about following your dreams. It's about following your dreams, but not, it would be, how can I put this? It would be like, okay, I need to quit my job because I want to follow my passion here in tarot. But, the Hierophant would say to me, hey, get your shit together first before you go and you take that leap, and then you wonder why you don't have any money to live, right? So there needs to be a balance, even though there needs to be faith that your spiritual side will guide you through, if that makes sense. All right. So I'm going to continue on to the next card, and then I'll let you know what the channeled message is that's coming in. And I'm getting a few right now, but I want to go through these cards. The next is the Moon. This is what the Moon asks you to dive into your intuition and your subconscious, right? It reflects your inner world and reminds you to trust your instincts, even when the path ahead isn't clear. And that's really important to have intuition, right? Because with the guidance of the Hierophant, the moon teaches us that intuition is the most powerful when it's rooted deep in, when it's rooted in a deep understanding of who you are and what your truth is, right? And so when you're not clear about that, that's when things remain hidden. And I love the picture of the moon here, because it almost looks like the sun, right? Because when we are using this energy correctly, along with our inner guidance, and with the guidance of the Hierophant, our spirituality, and those who came before us, that moon comes to light, so to speak. Okay, so next, I felt called to do this because it was like, it's crazy, because I was just like, hey, it's really good to understand as we go through these cards, we get readings, but let's understand how these cards, these energies, they're not just cards, they're energies that we need in our life to guide us on our journey. And it's great to understand how these energies work together to bring us to where we want to be at the end, right? So next we have the Hanged One, the Hangman. This Hangman, and then this card is called the Hanged One, asks you to surrender, seeing things from a fresh perspective, right? So it's like when something happens, and instead of reacting, it asks you to step back, reflect, take a break from the situation, and let go, and sometimes allow things to happen naturally. It reminds us to trust in timing, knowing that each pause has a purpose. So every time something happens and makes us pause, it has a purpose. And when you use this combined with the Hierophant, it helps us find patience and clarity. Where's the Hierophant? In our spiritual journey. So it helps us find patience in our spiritual journey, because we don't want to stay here forever, but sometimes we need to take that step back, right? We don't need to just react or act. And sometimes we don't even need to respond in the moment. We just need to step back and let things unfold. And sometimes for Pisces who are very intuitive, this can be hard, but when you master this, using this energy together, it strengthens your intuition. Your intuition becomes stronger because you can see that it's not just your will be done, it's thy will be done. It's the will of God, your higher power, whoever you believe in, that's being done. And yes, you have access to that with your intuition, but at the same time, sometimes we just need to let things unfold as they will on our journey. There's our plan, and then there's the universe's plan. If that makes sense. Now, just a general reminder for you, embrace stillness when it comes, and let wisdom guide your path. Trust that every pause will lead you closer to that truth, Pisces. So when you're paused and it looks like you're not moving and things aren't going your way and you're not getting to where you want to go, trust that this energy here, sitting in this energy and allowing things to unfold, sometimes will just lead you right where you need to be. So next we have the High Priestess, which represents deep mystical knowledge within us, Pisces. The High Priestess, which is very representative of Pisces, asks us to embrace our intuition. And that's what you start off doing, right? When you go on the Fool's Journey and you combine that with the energy of the Hierophant, you complement that, and you continue to complement that with your High Priestess energy, showing you that your inner and outer wisdom can work together, guiding you on your path. So you have to listen to your inner wisdom. That's why being in the Hangman position, or the Hanged One's position, is awesome, because it forces you to stop and listen to your own intuition and seek understanding. The magic lies in blending the inner mysteries with the spiritual teachings that you gather outside of you. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense, Pisces. I want to remind you also that each step on this journey is meaningful. With the Fool's spirit and the Hierophant's grounding, you're ready to receive blessings and fulfillment in the form of the star. Did I pull the star? Yes. Right? And the star looks different for everybody, what the star looks like. But the star can be superstardom. It can just be you stepping into your purpose. And the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, these cards represent the rewards of your journey after you've done the work, right? Leading you to hope, abundance, and emotional fulfillment. And so that's the reward of doing the work on this journey. And you have emotional rewards, right? Family, love, and then you have the actual physical rewards, the earthly rewards that come with you doing the work. The star, where's the star? It's like renewed hope, healing, spiritual connection. It's like, you know, wish fulfillment. And the Fool is fearless, right? So as you follow the Fool's fearless energy, the Hierophant ensures that you stay aligned, making healing light of the star, right, in you. Your ultimate, this is the ultimate destination. This card represents the joy of feeling spiritually guided and aligned. Ooh, could I say that? Spiritually guided and aligned. Yes. The Ten of Pentacles speaks to building a stable, abundant life, right? Like I said, the material things, and the both practical and fulfilling. And when you take that journey of the Fool with the open heart, the Hierophant's wisdom, with the Hierophant's wisdom, you can create a stable life with material abundance, but also spiritual guidance and alignment. These three cards together are what happens when you step into your purpose, when you know your calling and you are following your calling, right? On that journey. And do you know that the Fool's journey, it's not just one journey in your life. You will have many Fool's journeys, right? Because some things change, we change, people change. And so sometimes you're back at the beginning of the Fool's journey because there's a lesson you missed, right? That maybe there's a spiritual lesson that you missed that didn't quite lead you here yet, right? But this is wish fulfillment. But in order to maintain, what I want to remind you is that in order to maintain this wish fulfillment, the stardom, whatever that is for you, the star could be like you're graduating with your PhD, or you are like a superstar. You've made it in the music industry, or you've made it in the movie world, or whatever that is, or you've opened your business and your business is successful, whatever that is for you. And now remember that it was the balancing of that Fool's energy and the Fool's energy, the High Priestess, the Hangman, and the Hierophant that got you, all those energies together and the balancing them out that got you to this place. So it's not like you get here and then you just stay here and you don't have any more work to do. There's still a balancing act that has to be done. So the Fool inspires you to step into the unknown. The Hierophant inspires you to seek wisdom in a way that helps you step towards wish fulfillment, joy, harmony, and it helps you embrace each lesson as a milestone on your journey toward a beautiful, balanced, well-balanced, and inspired life, right? And this helps you to inspire those around you also. That's part of the stardom, right? The stardom, reaching this is not just about you. It's about those around you also. Each of these cards, and I didn't even pull all the cards, but I pulled cards that were related to you and some of the cards that I thought the energies that some of the cards that represent energies that you definitely need to guide you on your journey. You get lessons. There's lessons from the moon, right? There's lessons that come from the moon. And if you don't learn the lessons from the moon, those lessons stay hidden. The High Priestess, we have to learn the lessons from the High Priestess. The High Priestess, the lessons from the High Priestess say that when we get on our throne, you trust your intuition and you sit with it. You don't let anyone throw you off your throne. That's the lesson of the High Priestess. That's a lesson that you have to learn. That's a lesson us Pisces have to learn. That's why the High Priestess, it's so special when the High Priestess card is pulled, because it shows that we are learning that lesson of self-love. Because this bitch right here loves herself. Yes, she does. So basically the Fool, the Hierophant, they lead you through each step with the lessons from the Moon and the High Priestess, right? And more, until you reach the light of the Star and the stability of the Ten of Pentacles and the harmony of the Ten of... oh my gosh, I drew a Ten of Cups. My gosh, I drew a blank. So if these messages speak to your heart, let me know in the comment, because it was really good for me. And then I pulled, you know what? I pulled one more, which was, a lot of times we are also, although the it says here the Magician is not here, a Pisces card, but most Pisces, when you master your intuition and you master that moon energy, right? Because that moon energy is you balancing between your light, your shadows, your shadow and your light, right? And once you embrace your shadows and you understand them, and you know when, that's also when that Hanged One energy comes in. Because when your moon energy, when that energy from the moon, that shadow side is not balanced, a lot of times we step out and then we literally make a fool of ourselves, right? Or we make a fool of a situation, and we have to sometimes go back and relearn lessons, or we create karma for ourselves that we didn't want. So what this does is, this Magician, once you've mastered all these energies, it helps you become the Magician, because you are then able to transmute energies from other people, right? Especially because with your intuitive, and usually Pisces are very empathetic people, right? Especially when, well, all the time you're very empathetic and you're sensitive to outside energy. So especially when you've mastered your personal intuition, you are able to transmute energies from other people. Now I'm going to give you an example of this. I had a situation where this woman came over, and she was, right, she thought like, it's almost like that, like she was picking, right? She was picking at me, and I can tell, because of my intuition, I could tell, like she came, her words said that, oh, like everything is great, I love you, you're great, but her energy was speaking a different language. Her energy was saying, yeah, I'm just being nice so that I can get what I want. And there was something that she wanted, and we are not in anyone's mind, so we can't ever say that we 100% know. But when you know that she, like, it's almost like she wanted to kick me off my throne. Let's just put it that way. So I smiled, I stayed in my Hangman energy, and when she wasn't looking, I responded when it was time. I listened, I talked to my spirit guides, and I responded when it was time. And she didn't see it coming, and that worked out in my favor. And that's not about being mean to anyone. It's about realizing when the energy is coming at you, when you've reached this point that you realize that the energy is coming at you are not really for you, because people will come at you and they will tell you all kinds of things. These cards, even though they represent Pisces in the deck, but like the moon energy, everybody has a shadow and a light. So people come at you and they come with the moon in reverse. Their moon is in reverse, right? So you have to be tapped in to your Hangman energy. You have to have all these energies balanced, or else you end up getting taken advantage of. You end up people use you, you overgive, you know, all these things that, you know, we as Pisces struggle with, if that makes sense. I don't know. So if these messages spoke to your heart, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know which cards like resonate the most with you. And until next time, remember that wisdom and intuition are your greatest guides. Keep following the magic within and around you. Love you, Pisces. Until next time, stay beautiful, stay inspired, stay empowered, and you stay sexy so you can keep taking care of yourself and those around you. Peace and love.